Hey everybody, I am your psychic Christine Wallace. You know who I am by now. For all of my followers that have been here for a while, please don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. I could definitely use your support to make my show grow. So please share, like, subscribe. So in this episode, we're going to be talking about the impact and effects on positive or negative energy in a person's life and in our whole world and universe. So in physics, energy is the capacity to do work and exist in various forms such as kinetic, potential, thermal, electrical, chemical, and nuclear energy. Okay? Einstein shows that matter itself is a form of energy. Wow, how about that? So basically everything is energy. The law of conservation of energy states that energy cannot be created or destroyed, only transformed from one form to another. So this principle suggests that energy is a constant underlying presence in the unknown, in the universe. Okay, so everything is energy, guys. So prepare yourself for this upcoming episode that you're going to hear in a minute, because this is going to be a good one, and we want to transform that negative energy into something positive or from one place to another. So I'm very excited to share this episode with you guys. Namaste. Hey everybody, so we are now in our energy episode. And I know that for many of you that are listening, this is really not news. But for some of you, it might be. Okay, maybe for all of you, for all I know, being on this end. Which, speaking of that, I do plan to go live soon. I know I've been saying that for a long time, but there's a lot of prep work that I need to do to make that happen. I'm just looking to get more followers, more subscribers. So if you guys can please like, share, subscribe, comment, leave reviews. When you do that, I am able to get a lot more people into my podcast, so that way I can be able to do live and share a lot more with you guys, so you can, come in and ask questions and do all that fun stuff. So please do that. If you're liking what I'm doing and you're feeling it is bringing some benefit to you, yeah, please share. Sharing is caring, guys. So, energy is everything. It's a way, basically, when you're thinking like that, which is true. It's a scientific fact that energy is, in fact, everything, right? So that's the part that isn't like real news to us. We've heard about this for a long time already. So, in all its forms, it's fundamental and an omnipresence force. So omnipresent is being everywhere, all at once. And that means it shapes our reality and our existence, whether on the physical, emotional, or spiritual level. So in many ways, energy affects us, obviously, either for the good or for the bad. So the good news is that if you are, in fact, experiencing negative energy, there is something that can be done about it. The good news about life is there are so many things that we can change if we don't like it. We have an incredible amount of power, obviously, of ourselves, And if energy is everything, and if it affects us, even objects have energy. And if that's true, imagine if we're having negative thoughts, negative experiences from the past keep haunting us. And how is that going to affect us? Okay, so sometimes we have feelings and other people can pick up something from another person without any logical explanation as to why we're feeling something. But some people even express, like, I'm getting a vibe from you. So when you're not in a good mindset, you are radiating unconsciously or subconsciously a negative vibe. So when we're sad or depressed and we're not speaking abundance upon our lives, and when the future seems bleak, the past is dark, we end up, and that's a mindset, by the way, we end up in a state of limbo. And even when we do try to change things in the physical realm, if our thoughts and feelings radiate outward energy negatively, then this means that no matter what it is that I'm trying to do, I'm still going to be experiencing negative results. As an example, my relationship ended without a reason, or a reason that doesn't make any sense. Some people can say and feel that it's just an excuse for something else. And many times that is in fact the truth. But what is that something else? Could it be a bad vibe? Could it be that I'm feeling insecure, insignificant, I'm not loving myself, I'm not making myself a priority, I don't value myself, which makes me feel that people are not interested in me, and I end up manifesting that type of energy that's having a negative impact on my life? Could it be? 110%. That really does happen. And this is why people get so confused about life. Because we're always looking for some kind of logical explanation. For example, I'm trying to do all the right things, but nothing is going my way. So there must be something wrong with my looks, my intellect, my strength or my weakness, but obviously there's something wrong with me. Well, in a sense, yes. But it's probably not any of these things that I just mentioned. You're sending off a vibe that is negative. And when you're feeling a negative vibe from someone, what do you want to do? I know I want to move away from that person. I know I want to disconnect with that person while I may care and love that person, because I have family members that give me a negative vibe. And it's not so easy to cut off those relationships either. But I want to distance myself from these people as much as possible. So it is possible that because of the way you're feeling about yourself, or how you're thinking other people are feeling about you, is creating this negative energy that is blocking you from making progress. So that is one way that energy has a negative impact on your life. Okay, so what's the other way? Energy is just as contagious, if not more so, than COVID-19. Okay? If you are surrounded by negative people, as I mentioned, you're going to catch this like a cold, like the flu, like COVID. It spreads. Okay? Did you ever find yourself in a toxic environment and say to yourself, oh man, I gotta run, okay? This is too dark. I can't point my finger on what the problem is, but this is not comfortable. Nobody said anything bad to you. Okay, this environment doesn't look so bad. So why do I feel the way that I do whenever I'm with this person or in their house? Because they're radiating a negative energy. Like it said when I was telling you about negative energy can move or transform, but you can't destroy it. You can transmute it, but you cannot destroy it. So negative energy, if you've ever heard about the Hope Diamond or something, you can even read up about this. A lot of people believe that the Hope Diamond is cursed. Okay? I don't remember where it came from originally. I can't quote that, but you can check it out. A lot of people who had the Hope Diamond had a lot of negative experiences. Whoever ended up with it had some kind of tragic experience. So energy, negative energy was transmuted into that diamond. Crystals can either block energy, cleanse energy. Metals can do the same. So that's why I put out all of these instructions for you guys. That's why I give you these affirmations. I just want you to become more self-aware. The more self-aware you are, the better your life is going to be, because it puts you in the driver's seat. And when you're in the driver's seat, you're able to easily reach your destination. Many of us are very preoccupied with whatever's outside of us, meaning feelings, opinions, or thoughts about others or circumstances or whatever the case may be. The majority of us are not focusing on self-awareness. Paying attention to your own thoughts is so important, because if you can pay attention to your thoughts and actually hear what it is that you're saying to yourself or how you talk to yourself, again, that puts you back in the driver's seat of your life, because you have the power to change that dialogue. So what we need to learn, ladies and gentlemen, is to get into the driver's seat, okay? Get the steering wheel back and monitor and control our thoughts. Examine our intentions. Stop beating ourselves up for things that we did wrong or didn't do, whatever the case may be. I know that many of us are so much angrier with ourselves than we are with others. Now, maybe that's not completely hitting you just yet, so I want you to process that. I'm going to repeat that. Many of us are much more upset with ourselves than we are at others. Self-forgiveness is a very important aspect of living a positive life. Okay, and that's why we end up with negative intrusive thoughts, where we end up beating ourselves up, but we've learned to cohabitate with these negative intrusive thoughts. Like, we could be washing the dishes and these thoughts are just going on in our minds, but we're not really conscious of it because it's so ingrained into our lives. It's like breathing, okay? So when we're angry with ourselves, how do we talk to ourselves, okay? Blaming myself. Why didn't I do that when I had the opportunity? When that person said X, Y, and Z to me, why didn't I stand up for myself? Why didn't I do this, that, or the other? How could I have allowed that to happen? How could I have allowed that to happen to someone else? What is wrong with me? Yet again, blah, 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 and the list goes on. But there's something important to remember. You are not that person anymore. Every day, with every experience that you have, you're becoming more and more aware. Okay? So when you start saying to yourself things like, how did I let that happen to me? That means that you're awake in a way, on a certain level, you're becoming more self-aware, which is a good thing, by the way. That isn't a bad thing. But always remember something. You did the best that you could do with the information that you had at the time. With what you knew at the time, you did your personal best. Okay? It wasn't perfect because you didn't know.